For today we have only one devotee for managing. He is also DT worship Pujari. Okay. So we'll start the Kirtan. So there's no mridanga, so we can adjust. So I will be singing, you can repeat after me. This Krishna's lotus feet. So we'll start with Jai Radha Madhav. Okay. You can repeat after me. So Kirtan time we have to prepare, let's prepare our consciousness for the session so that we'll be attentive in the session and Lord's mercy will flow so that we can understand better in the session. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari 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 Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Yamuna Tira Vanashari Yamuna Tira Vanashari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari
Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari
Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari
Yashodanandana Vrinjana Yamuna Tiravanachari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय।
जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की
जय।
So we'll start with the auspicious prayers. So you can repeat after me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Namo Vishnupadaya
Namo Vishnupadaya
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swami Niti Namine
Swami Niti Namine
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Gauravani Pracharine
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Paschatya Deshatarine
Paschatya Deshatarine
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Mukam karoti vachalam pankham langhayate girim. Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Deenataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So welcome everybody on time. So today's topic is very nice. We always discuss from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and this presentation is dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Today's topic is the absolute truth, which is a very interesting and very technical topic, but it is the basis of one's spiritual life. So that's why it becomes a foundation. If we don't understand what is absolute truth, then our spiritual life will not have a strong foundation. So that's why it's a foundational discussion. So let's try to be attentive. Let's pray to the Lord that don't give me sleep. I've come here to gain something productive, to do something productive. So let me be attentive. Yeah, so Srila Prabhupada has, it's only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that we are sitting here first of all and we are discussing on these technical spiritual topics in the age of Kali, where people are hanging around. Yesterday I met one person on book distribution. I was just going to take breakfast, prasad. Not breakfast, I think in the evening I was coming back. I was coming back and then I had two Bhagavad Gitas in my hand. I thought let me see on the way I will try to ask people and then somebody will take. Obviously one person took, but just before I reached my where we are staying, so there was a bakery and two people were smoking. And they were drinking tea also. They were having their own taste in life. I thought let me ask them. I just asked directly, you want to quit smoking? He told no. I thought if you want Bhagavad Gita, can do that. And he was straight away saying no, and he was having his own taste. And then I could understand that it's not easy. It's not easy to have faith. It's not easy to have a spiritual foundation to come to at least to think about hearing from Bhagavad Gita. Forget about coming physically and attending. Many people are there who come and then who leave also in between. But to just come also in the session, hear from Bhagavad Gita, to take that decision to pursue the spiritual life, to take that decision is a very big thing, actually. So we could realize that. When you go out for book distribution, there's a very strong realization which happens with every devotee that it's not easy. Every soul is sitting here is special. They have been gifted with this faith, at least to some degree, that no, let me hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, let me hear from Bhagavad Gita. So it's a gift of the Lord. Today, as Karthik Prajay was saying, faith on the scriptures, faith in spiritual life is a gift of the Lord. So if we have been gifted with this, let's take it seriously. Let's not waste it. If we are coming here, so let's be attentive, let's be highly productive, and let's try to learn and apply it in our lives. And Srila Prabhupada has immensely contributed in our lives by giving his blessings and making us understand who we are actually, right? Who we are, who is the Lord, what is our connection with the Lord. That is called Sambandha Gyan, the knowledge of Sambandha, relationship. Basically, who am I, who is the Lord, and what is my relationship with the Lord. So that is Sambandha. So Srila Prabhupada has made us understand. There is two more technical terms, Bandha, Abhidheya, and Prayojan, which comes in scriptures. Abhidheya means, okay, I have now understood, at least theoretically, that okay, I am a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. He's my master, he's my source. And then we have this relationship, master-servant. Today we'll see that. If this is my relationship, now there is a process given in the scriptures by the acharyas. That process has been given through the scriptures, so that if we follow that process sincerely, we'll be able to uh, build our sambandha, jnana, very strongly. And through that process, we'll be attaining a goal which is called prayojan, the goal to attain the Lord, right? To get purified in the life, to perfect our lives. That's a goal, and to attain the Supreme Lord in this very life. So that is called prayojan, the goal. To attain that goal, process is there. That is called abhidheya, and which helps the jnana, which helps us to pursue that process, to follow that process is sambandha. If you don't have sambandha jnana, you'll not be able to follow the process. Goal is will not be able to achieve. So that's the thing. So Srila Prabhupada has contributed immensely to give us this understanding. Sambandha jnana, then abhidheya, the process, what we have to follow sincerely, and then prayojan will be attained. The goal, prayojan means goal, right? So there's an opportunity for all of us, and this topic is very interesting, the absolute truth. So let's try to see what's inside. We'll start with one basic question. Not basic. For some people it may be basic, but it's a very profound question, very scientific and interesting question. Is God a person or an energy? What do you think?
Energy.
Energy. How many of you say God is energy? You can raise your hands. Okay, how many of you say God is person? Is a personality? Both. Okay. Person, no? How many say person? Okay. How many say जी आप भी बता दीजिए. I don't know. Or how many say both? Okay, two people. Both. Okay, both. Okay, so let me ask why. Why you say he's an energy? Some logical reason, whatever you were able to think. Because there should be some reason why you're saying that he's an energy.
He himself said all material is everything like part of his energies.
Part of his energy, okay. Okay,
He is the master of also.
the master of all energies, source of all energies. But what about him? Yeah. So we'll discuss that. Okay, anyone else?
He can neither be created nor be destroyed. So similarly, like energy,
Okay.
he follows the same.
Yeah.
So he is the energy.
Okay, and you said both.
Yeah, because he as a person carry a lot of energy. We are part of that energy, not the whole one. That's why a person who has the energy is definitely the God.
Okay, that's a good proposition. Okay, anyone else? Person. Okay, what about person? Who said that? No, he's not energy. He's person. What is your backing, or what is your
Because he has his pastimes.
huh?
He has his pastimes, right?
He has his pastimes. He has his leelas.
Yes.
Only a person can perform leelas.
He's a creator.
Huh?
He's a creator.
He's a creator.
Srikarta.
Huh?
Srikarta.
Srishtikarta. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Any other one more reason of
There is
person?
no source of Lord, so it should be person because energy also should be a source of something. So I think since there is no source of Lord, so
Okay. I think at the end you also gave a no, that's correct. He has no source. This point is correct. Then only he can be God. Yeah. Okay. So let's. Who? Okay, you said both. Anyone else who said both? Okay. You.
As said, he's also source and his pastimes also.
Pastimes also. Yeah. He's the source of all energies. He has his energies, but he has his leelas also as a person. Right? That's good. Let's end the session here. But we'll see. We'll see from the scriptures. What the scriptures say. Okay. Why people actually sometimes are not able to accept this fact, this thing that he's a person, the Supreme Lord, the source of everything is a person. Why sometimes people don't, they have this difficulty of accepting this proposition or whatever, because because they have this idea, from the modern science or whatever, that energy can be present at multiple places. Hmm? And it can be all pervading. Well, everywhere it is present, energy is there, and it's present at multiple places, limitlessly. But when we say person, for example, this is my I have this personality, right? You can see my form now. This is my body. So if I say I'm a person, then this general understanding is that we are limiting ourselves, right? That if I'm here, then I cannot be in whatever, in Bellangur or some other place. I can be here only. So there is a limitation put whenever there is form. That's why people are not able to accept this thing that, oh, or this proposition at least, that, oh, God can be a person also. Hmm. But we'll see from the scripture, scientifically, what the scriptures say. That is he a person, first of all, or energy, or both, or the source of whatever, I will not confuse you. Let's see from the scriptures what the scriptures say. Is he energy or person? Hmm. But we'll go gradually. There's no one shot, this one. We'll go gradually, we'll understand throughout the session. Slowly, slowly. So let's chant the shloka. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second verse, second chapter, verse number 11. Vadanti tat tattvavidas.
Vadanti tat tattvavidas.
Tattvam yajnanam advayam.
Tattvam yajnanam advayam.
Brahmeti paramatmeti.
Brahmeti paramatmeti.
Bhagavan iti shabdyate.
Bhagavan iti shabdyate.
Vadanti tat tattvavidas. Tattvavidah. Right? So, the learned souls, tattvavidah, the learned souls are saying this. They vadanti means they are saying. What are they saying? So the shloka is telling that the learned souls are saying, the realized souls are saying. What are they saying? That the absolute truth, tattvam. Tattvam means the absolute truth, is non-dual, and the learned souls can realize the absolute truth, the tattva, the absolute truth in three phases. What are those three phases? Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, and Bhagavan. Iti Shabdati. That the realized souls, they realize the absolute truth in three phases or three understandings. Three phases, we can say, three levels, we can say, or three types of understandings. What are those? First is Brahman, second is Paramatma, and third is Bhagavan. Okay. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. These are the three phases. So we'll try to understand these three things logically, scientifically also. So when we talk about Brahman, we'll see in detail, but I'll just give you some short glimpse. When we talk about Brahman, it exhibits, or it gives a person the realization of eternity. That the absolute truth is eternal. It's not limited in time. It's eternal. It was there. It is there, and it will be there. It's eternal. Eternal in time. And then when it comes to Paramatma, the transcendentalist realizes the absolute truth when he realizes the Paramatma feature or Paramatma phase of realization. He understands that he's eternal. He doesn't die, or he doesn't cease to exist. He always exists. Okay, it always exists. But with Paramatma feature, that person realizes that he's present everywhere, all pervading. We'll go more in detail, but not now. I'm just giving a glimpse. Present everywhere. And when he's present everywhere, he's conscious of everything. He's fully conscious of everything because he's present everywhere. And because of that, he can control everything. You understood? When he's present everywhere, he's conscious of everything. And when he's conscious of everything, He can control everything. He's a supreme controller. The same absolute truth. Who is eternal from Brahman realization, who is present everywhere from Paramatma realization, and at the same time Bhagavan realization is the next level. So these are the steps or phases of realization. So Bhagavan realization, a person realizes when he comes to Bhagavan realization that he is eternal. The absolute truth is eternal, present everywhere, fully conscious of everything. He can control everything. At the same time, he has a personality, individually. And that's why he is full of bliss, ananda. When a person realizes Bhagavan realization, so ananda also comes into picture. Eternity, then all pervasiveness is present everywhere, and third is blissfulness, ananda. Okay, so we'll see about. Let's try to understand these three phases with an example, just to understand. When you look at the mountains or hills from a long distance, okay. So then, what do you see? What do you see? When you look at a mountain, what do you see? From a very long distance. Let's say you are here in 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers or 100 kilometers, at least the mountains are visible. So what do you see in the mountains?
We can
2D. 2D, okay, 2D is there. No, but what do you see?
very small mountains.
Small,
It will be very
trees.
small. Yeah.
Okay, anything more specific?
Cloudy.
Some clouds.
Yeah.
अरे इसमें देख के बता हाँ greenery, somebody said greenery, right? They'll say okay, they will see greenery all around, but it will not be visible, it will be visible clearly, right? That which kind of trees are there and what all, the details are not visible, but it's visible that okay, some greenery is there on the mountain, some clouds are there on the mountains. But let's say when you go closer, then you'll be able to see okay, there are many types of trees, not only one kind of trees. Many types of trees. And when you go more, and there are many rocks, soil, and when you go more close, you'll be able to see, oh, there are some people living there. Maybe some Adivasis or whatever. So there's some people living there. There's some animals also, some living entities are present. Apart from trees, grass is there, and animals are also there. Some birds are also flying there. On the trees they are sitting, squirrels and lions. With lions, you will run away from that place. But there are many animals you will be able to see all around. So now you are able to see the details. When you actually go more and more closer and closer and closer, and you are there in the mountains, on the mountain. So you will be able to see the details. Similarly, the three phases are there in the spiritual life: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So Brahman realization is like, okay, understanding the absolute truth from outside, not in complete detail. Then okay, a person grows in realization higher. Then Paramatma realization comes into picture, and then finally Bhagavan is able to see the details of the personality of the Supreme Godhead. Like that. One more example, very simple example. Let's say you are sleeping in the morning and you are at home. And then suddenly your mother says, उठ जा, कितना सोएगा? पूरे दिन सोएगा क्या? उठ, 10 बज गए हैं. देख सूरज निकल गया बाहर. Sun has risen. So then your mother comes and says, the sun has risen. Will you get up and say or reply to your mother that, let me check let me go out of the house and check whether sun has risen or not? Will you ask this question to your mother? Or you will immediately come to know, yes, sun has risen. When you open your eyes, sun has risen. How will you come to know? Sun rays. Just by seeing the sun rays, seeing that sun rays are coming inside, some sunshine is there, it means sun is there, right? But when you actually go out and you're adamant and you go out and you see, oh, there is a planet sun, from where the sunlight is coming. So similarly, Srila Prabhupada actually gives this example that only seeing the sunlight is like seeing or realizing Brahman. And when you see sun planet, oh, from here the sun rays are coming. Then you are able to see, okay, that is called next step of realization. Okay, that's if you relate to it to the three phases, it's like okay, Paramatma realization. But you also understand that there is Sun God, one personality who is controlling the sun, who is the Adhisthata, Devata of sun planet, the demigod, Devata, Surya Dev. He is also there, and people are worshipping him, right? Surya Dev. So one personality is also there associated with that, who is able to control the planet and all the activities of the sun. He's a controller there, ruler. So then you'll be able to see the personality, or able to at least understand about the personality. That is Bhagwan realized. I'm just relating. It doesn't mean that Surya Dev is supreme Lord, no. It's just a what to say example to understand that a person, a transcendentalist, a spiritualist, has these three phases of realizing the what? Absolute truth. The same absolute truth in three features or three phases. Sun, planet, and sun lord, same thing. So we discuss the same thing. These are the phases of realization. Okay. We'll discuss more in detail. Every one more example, maybe I'll take. People like examples, practical. Let's say there is a village, and in that village, nobody has seen the train till now. So I was in Northeast, in Arunachal Pradesh. My college was there. Till now, till that place, although it was a capital of Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar, but train lines were not there, railway lines. So when I was there, so at least railway lines came during my time in BTech. But still airport was not there. Now airport is also there after I passed out. So when the train came, everyone was so enthusiastic. They are the people of Arunachal Pradesh actually. Oh, train has come to our place. Let's see. When inauguration was there, first train when it was taking the inauguration was happening. Because it came in news, also news, because everywhere it was there. The railway station has come up now. First train is going to depart from that place. So those people were so surprised. So like that, let's say there's a village and then they have never seen a train. Now train comes suddenly, the railway track has come and then now the train has started coming. And the village boys, the small children, they are very enthusiastic. So they go and then they go to the railway station to see how the train looks. Now when they go to the railway station, they're waiting for the train, waiting for the train. And suddenly the sound comes. What is this? Is this train? And then there are three boys, by the way. So the first boy, he's very restless. Some people said actually train is coming. Actually train is coming. Now the time has come. Train is coming. He saw light coming out of. It was dark, so light coming out of it, and sound coming. He ran away. The two boys were there, but first boy ran away with this understanding that train means light and sound. And he declared to all the villagers that we have understood. I have understood. Let me tell you, the two boys are useless. I have understood what is a train. Train means whenever you see light and sound, it's a train. I think porter has come. You can check outside. So he may be there at the gate also, outside gate. So he declares that okay, train means light and sound. Is it true? No. Okay. Now the second boy, two boys are still there. Both were patient at least. Now the train has actually reached the platform and it is moving. Now the second boy, he started saying, one engine. Obviously, they didn't know that engine and all those things. But he saw some structures are there. Okay, we know, right? Engine and then bogies are there. He saw some structures. He ran away after that to the village back. And then he said, the first boy was wrong. I know what is train. Train means it's like a snake. Sanjay Prabhu, can you help me with the porter? The porter has come for the prasadam. Shivam Prabhu already went. So then he said, okay, train means there are some structures. It's like a snake and it moves also. So then he declared, and then villagers were like, okay, this is train. Villagers were sitting back, and they were dependent on the explanation given by the children. The third child was very, very patient, like all of you. patiently hearing, or sorry, patiently observing. And then actually train stopped on the platform for the first time. Now he's entering into the train. He enters into a bogie and sees, oh, there are so many seats, birds, toilet is also there. Huh? And then there are some people also sitting there. So many details, the lights are also there inside, fan and whatever AC, whatever. So many details inside the train also. Hmm. So these are the three understandings of the train. Okay, now let me ask you this question. If somebody says train is train has light and sound, what do you say? Is it correct or incorrect?
Partly correct.
Partly correct. It is correct, but partly correct, not wrong. You can say it's wrong. Train has light and sound, right? It's not wrong. It's partially correct. Now, if I say train looks like a snake, it moves also. No, it has some structures. Is it correct or wrong? Or partly correct? Partly correct. Partially correct, but not wrong. And finally, if I ask you, there are some details to the train. Inside also there are some birds and people also can sit, right? This is also one understanding, right? So all these other features of the train, and everyone is partially correct. Hmm. But the third understanding, the third person, he has understanding of everyone. All the three understanding. That okay, light and sound is also there. It has structures. It has inside also there are so many details. The third child is fully clear about train. This is Bhagwan realization. It's not like you go to train and you have Bhagwan realization in the train. No, it's just an example to understand the phases of realization. So we cannot say Brahman realization is wrong. Somebody is going towards Brahman realization, impersonal Brahman, no problem. No? He is also having partial understanding. We need to understand this. Not full understanding, partial understanding of the same, absolute truth is same. See why it is called absolute. It's not relative, it's absolute truth. Means it applies to everyone. It's for everyone. That's why it's called absolute truth. It's a truth and absolute. We have relative truth also. For example, I'm sitting here. This is also truth. I'm sitting here. This is a truth. But I will be I'll come down and I'll be sitting there after some time. So then this truth will not remain. So that's relative truth. My position will change. Now my position is here. It's truth. It's true that I'm sitting here, but it may change. But absolute truth means it doesn't change for everybody, whoever he may be, wherever one may be. But understanding of that same absolute truth may differ with different persons. The level of understanding. That is Brahman Paramatma. So let's go in more detail. Brahman. By the way, it is not Brahman. So Brahmana realization. It is not Brahman. And it's not Brahma also. Brahma realization. No. It's Brahman. Brahman. Okay. Okay. So what does scripture say? Tell about Brahman realization. There's one verse from this one. Lord Brahma prays to the Lord. I think the fonts are a little this one, but let's say I'll chant. You can repeat after me. Very nice verse. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanda koti koti shvashesha vasudhadi vibhuti bhinnam tad brahma nishkalamanantam ashesha bhutam Govindamadi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. So there is a scripture called Brahma Samhita, which Lord Brahma has spoken. It's in written form now. Okay. So in the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma is praying to the Lord that I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, basically the absolute truth. And he's telling about the absolute truth. And there is Brahman, there is a word Brahman also. There is a description about Brahman in this. I worship Govinda, who is a primeval Lord. Now he will tell. whose effulgence is the source of non-differentiated Brahman. Whose effulgence is the source of Brahman. And obviously, if I go ahead, you will sleep. So I'll not go ahead. But that Brahman is distinct from this material world, and that Brahman is indivisible. And sorry, that absolute truth is indivisible, infinite, limitless, and truth. He is the truth. So he's saying. So basically, the point to understand here is the Lord Brahma is saying that there is a Supreme Lord, and effulgence is coming out of his personality, and that effulgence is the source of Brahma. Okay. Now let me ask this question. Whenever we say energy and energetic, when we say energy, immediately this question comes to the mind, should come, or you can confirm whether this question comes. When I say energy, then immediately we ask whose energy? Why do energy kar raha hai? Kiski energy? Whose energy? Right? We say, right, I have exhausted all my energy today. My energy. Right? Because that energy belongs to me. I have exhausted my energy. So always this energy will be associated with energetic. There should be someone whose energy is there, or the energy belongs to someone. So now, Brahman is like the energy, which is limitless, which is present everywhere. Eternal, it is eternal. Brahman is eternal, and it is limitless, indivisible. But what is Krishna saying in Bhagavad Gita? What the Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita, let's see. Let's chant this shloka. Brahmano hi, okay, let me chant only the first two lines. Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya vayasya cha. Basically, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. This is the first line which we have to focus on. And let's see the bolded letters, the bolded words. I am the basis of impersonal Brahman, the Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita, 14th chapter, verse number 27. You can note it down. That the Lord is saying, I am the source, or I am the basis. Basically, I am the source of impersonal Brahman. Impersonal Brahman doesn't come from itself. I am the source of impersonal Brahman. Right? So, if we say Brahman is energy, which is present everywhere, whom does it belong to? It belongs to the Supreme Lord, who is the source of that energy, the energetic. It means it's very clear from here that I am different, and Brahman, I am the source of Brahman, but I am separately existing also. Then only I, Brahman can manifest from me, right? If I am not separating this thing, not I, the Lord is saying, then how can he be the source of Brahman? So like that. So he is energetic, and all the energies belong to the Supreme Lord. That's the understanding of Brahman. In Bhagavad Gita also this comes in, I don't remember the verse exactly, where it says that the total material substance is Brahman, to understand better. Whatever you see here is Brahman.
So how it is impersonal?
Huh?
Impersonal means
Impersonal Brahman means it doesn't have form. It's impersonal. Impersonal means formless. Right? So we will find many people, they will say, oh, the absolute truth is formless, impersonal. Nirvishesha. Nirvishesha. Vishesha means form. Nirvishesha means without form. Right? That's why it is called impersonal Brahman, because we see that, generally it is understood that Brahman is formless. Like that. That's why it is said impersonal Brahman. Formless Brahman. Okay. Without any variety, without any variegatedness, without any qualities. Impersonal Brahman. Like that. But here the Lord is saying, I am the source of impersonal Brahman. I am the source, and then impersonal Brahman is, is coming from me actually. Okay. Now let's go to Paramatma. So this is from Mundaka Upanishad. Very nice analogy is given in Mundaka Upanishad. The example is given in the Upanishad itself. That just suppose that imagine that there's a tree and there's a branch on the tree. Focus on a branch. You can see in the picture only. There's a branch, and on that branch of the tree there are two birds sitting. It comes in Mundaka Upanishad itself. Two birds are sitting. You know, this verse is saying the same thing. So I'm just telling in words. Two birds are sitting. What do you see in this picture? What is the bird? What are the two birds doing? Okay, the bird which has feathers, right? Which has spreaded his feathers. Trying to fly? No, just see eating something. Before flying, he will eat. Right? She will eat. So she's eating fruits of the tree. Wherever she sees the fruits, she's trying to eat the fruits, enjoy the fruits. The first bird. What is the second bird doing? Observing. Just he's there, that she's there, and she's just observing the first bird. What is she doing? The first bird is doing. Just observing, silently, neutrally. She's not doing anything. Just observing. Now, who is Paramatma here?
The one who is observing.
The one who is observing or who is eating the fruits? Observing. Okay. Now, this is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Let's see from the Bhagavad Gita. That the bird who is observing, another bird, is Paramatma. The bird is not Paramatma, it's just an example to understand in the Mundaka Upanishad. So the bird who is observing, the other bird will see who is the other bird. So the bird who is observing is Paramatma. The other bird who is eating the fruits, where will find the fruits, trying to fly, trying to go at different places, and then she's trying to eat different fruits and enjoy. That is that. Who is that bird? The living entities. The living entities are trying to enjoy the facilities, the different elements available in this world, the material world. And Paramatma will see where Paramatma is residing and how he is observing from the Bhagavad Gita. So let's recite this verse from 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 23. Upadrashtanumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwarah Paramatmeti Chapyukto Dehe Asmin Purushah Parah. Dehe Asmin. Now this verse is saying, where is the Paramatma residing? Dehe Asmin. Asmin means in this. Dehe means body. So Paramatma is residing in this body. By the way, in our level 1, right? Let me ask. We have understood that how many types of bodies do we have?
Body and body.
Three bodies.
Two body gross.
Two bodies, material bodies. Two bodies we have, subtle and gross, right? And subtle is consisting of 5 gross elements. What are those?
Air, water, fire.
ठीक है, समझ गया. Understood, you know. And then what is the subtle body consisting of? Mind, intelligence, possible. So these 3 subtle elements and 5 gross elements, total 8 elements. And Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, these are 8 elements, my material energies. But there is a superior energy also, which is the soul, the living entity. So it's like the 2 bodies are just covering the soul. It's like just a covering. Like for example, this is a covering on my body, right? And temporary. I will remove this kurta tomorrow morning, right? So this is a temporary covering on my body. Similarly, the soul is permanent. On that, there are some 2 temporary coverings, subtle and gross body. So soul is there, we know. But with the soul, there is one more entity there, which this shloka tells. In the next shloka tells, I will display. So he's saying that Paramatma, Purushaha Paraha, Parapurusha. This is like Purusha, Paraha Purusha. He is also residing in there actually. Supreme proprietor, Paraha Purusha. So in this body there is another. Actually, why there is this word is coming another? It means there is already a soul. I am there in this body, soul, living entity, the soul. But with the soul, with me, there is another entity which is super soul, which is Paramatma. Okay, simple, right? See, Bhagavad Gita is saying, I am not saying. So people ask, where is Paramatma? Paramatma is there with you, right away with you. And where Paramatma is staying? Let's see from the next shloka. My favorite shloka, 18.61, 18th chapter, last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, to the last few verses. ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां
ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां
हृददेशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति.
हृदयेषु अर्जुन
Very
तिष्ठति.
beautiful, very specific. The Lord is saying, Brahmayan sarvabhutani
रामयन् सर्वभूतानि
yantrarudhani mayaya.
यन्त्ररूढानि मायया.
So what the Lord is saying here, oh Arjuna, Ishwarah sarvabhutanam, that sarvabhutanam, sarva means all, bhutanam means living entities, the souls, basically the souls, we, all of us, basically. Sarvabhutanam, with all the living entities, Ishwarah, basically Paramatma is saying, or Paramatma, Tishtati, staying. Now question was where? Where Paramatma, where is Ishwarah staying? With all the Bhutanam, the living entities, with all of us. Where? Now the Lord is specific here. What is the answer? Hridadeshe, oh Arjuna, Hridadeshe. This is the answer. That within the heart, region of the heart, it's not heart, it's the region. Desha, Desha means, here Desha doesn't mean country. My heart's country. No, it means region. The region, Desh means region. The area where the heart is there, no? In this area basically. That's what the Lord is saying. Oh Arjuna, just see where your heart is. In that region, Paramatma or Ishvara is staying with you. You're already there inside the body. Soul, you're a soul, spirit soul. But with you, Paramatma is also staying. See, Bhagavad Gita is so specific, no? So beautiful. So when we understand Bhagavad Gita like this, each and every verse of the word of the verse, and we try to realize it's so amazing, so beautiful. You know, we'll fall in love with Bhagavad Gita like this. It's not that okay, as a Padliya, Ishvara Sarva Bhutana, Vedeshya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Oh Arjuna, it is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated in Katham. Let me go to office. No. Each and every word we have to focus and see the meaning, the word to word meaning also. But in Bhagavad Gita, if you see, how many of you Bhagavad Gita? You have Bhagavad Gita. I recommend that whoever is not having, please take. Please fall in love with Bhagavad Gita. One verse a day. That's it. And fall in love with it. We can read one verse, deep dive into it. Right? Each and every word we can see what is the meaning. And then we can read the translation, purport by Srila Prabhupada. And we can take out at least one point from the purport and we can implement it in our life. Life will become beautiful. Very, very enthusiastic. We'll see if we are able to at least take out one point from our reading of one verse in a day. That's not take much time. And if we are able to apply it in our life, in that at least on that one day, throughout the day. Let's say you have read in the morning. Throughout the day, you are applying in the office, in the PG, in the wherever you are. You're walking. You're trying to be conscious of that point and trying to apply wherever it is possible. And if you're able to apply successfully, and you will get the experience out of it, then next day you will be enthusiastic. Let me read the next verse. Let me see what magic happens today. What is waiting for me today? And by the way, trust me, if we are eager to understand or to understand Bhagavad Gita will speak to us. If you're not eager, nothing will happen. We'll successfully sleep. So we need to see where we want to be successful in sleep, throughout the life, sleeping. Sleeping means literally sleeping, or sleeping means without understanding we are just living our life. Without realization we are living our life. Do we need to sleep like that throughout the life, unconscious of the truth? And the death will come and will go after some time. But another option is to be successful by reading Bhagavad Gita thoroughly. And if you are not understanding, okay, everything will not understand, so we can discuss like this. We can come together and discuss. Many devotees, we come together when we have prasad, morning, afternoon, at least morning and evening, because many people go to office. So we meet in the evening, we meet in the morning together. Whoever comes, we ask each other, what have you read, O Prabhu, today? Please share some point. Some people are reading Bhagavatam, some people are reading Bhagavad Gita, some people heard some lecture. and they'd share the points. This point was amazing. And then the other person also, the other devotee also gets this, that's some, what to say, uh, something which the other person has realized. So it's like sharing, spiritual sharing. And it's so amazing, It's so nice, so interesting. When devotees come together, they share their own realizations. So nice, so amazing. And even we are going to open the base. There in base, we'll have morning program, Mangal Aarti. Then we'll have hearing, half an hour of hearing. After the hearing, we take 10 minutes to share the points. What have we understood? Every one by one, every devotee will share one point from the lecture. Every single day. Can you imagine? Such a great asset we are having. We are going to open the base. We are trying to search. So it's a good opportunity for all of us. Okay, so see, the Lord is saying, Paramatma is there. I am there as Paramatma, Ishvara, where? In the region of the heart. Now somebody will say, okay, if I take out the heart, then Paramatma will go. It's like Paramatma exchange. No, it doesn't happen. वो मर गया, मतलब सॉरी, उसका हार्ट फेल हो गया, उसको निकाल के फेंक दिया, परमात्मा कहाँ गए? No, Paramatma doesn't go anywhere. And इसका हार्ट निकाल के वहाँ लगा दिया. No, Paramatma stays there only. Because it's the Bhagavad Gita is saying region of the heart. It's not saying heart. अगर heart में होता तो Paramatma would have shifted. No, it's region of the heart. Okay, like that. So it's so interesting. One more verse which says the same thing, that the Lord is sitting as Paramatma in everyone's heart. Ishvara, sorry, Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishto Mattah Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha Vedaischa Sarvairahameva Vedyo Vedanta Krit Veda Vedeva Chaham. So there's a different meter in this verse, so we recite it little in a different tone. Depends on the verse. So, what Lord is saying, I am seated in everyone's heart. Hridhi, again Hridhi word is coming. Right? See? The Sanskrit also, if we understand, if we try to read Bhagavad Gita, we'll learn Sanskrit also a little bit at least. Some words will be familiar to us. So, Hridhi Sannivishto. Right? And Sarvasya. Again, the Lord is saying Sarvasya. In everyone's heart, Hridhi, I am staying. And now what Lord is doing? Mattah Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha. Mattah means from me. Mattah, from me. What is coming from me? What am I doing there? Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha. I am giving three things. I am controlling three things for a soul. What are those three things? First is Smriti. So Paramatma, what is Paramatma doing there? So we are talking about the function of the Paramatma also. In the first verse we discuss, I will go there and I will discuss a little bit there also. But here verse is saying that as Paramatma or Arjuna, what am I doing? What the Paramatma is doing there, sitting there in the heart? He is giving remembrance. Sometimes we remember something, it is not because of Paramatma. Jnanam, the knowledge which arises in the heart, that Paramatma gives. And also one more thing which is favorite for us, or not favorite, which is we want but it comes. Forgetfulness. We forget things easily. Sometimes during the exam, we have read everything, suddenly blank. क्या पढ़ा था कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा है. It happened with me also. I just kept my pen down. I was thinking like this. After reading one question, what was that? What was the answer of this question? Where I have read somewhere, not able to remember. And then the evaluator was looking at me like this. What is this person doing? His own word. Maybe meditating on Paramatma. I was not meditating on Paramatma. I was meditating on what is the answer. So forgetfulness also comes because of Paramatma. Right? So Paramatma is giving all these three things. Some other functions of Paramatma is, in the first one, we discussed, right? What is Paramatma doing? Upadrashta, Anumanta, and Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara. Upadrashta means, from this example, the bird's example, what the bird is doing? Observing. Upadrashta means observer. Paramatma just stays there neutrally. He just sees, okay, what is this living entity desiring? What are his desires in life? What is his thoughts? What are the thoughts a person is this low soul living entity is going through? Every moment he's observing everything. He's tracking everything. And he's unlimited what is his storage capacity. I'm from VLSI background and working in a company where we work on storage devices, SanDisk. So there, people struggle actually. In our company, there is inside the company also there is a struggle of storage. अरे disk space खत्म हो गया, निकालो वो फिर IT से आता है we don't have more disk space, sorry, delete your data, clear up your space. What are you doing? See, as a storage company who is making storage devices for others, the whole world, the data of the world to be stored, is struggling inside. If somebody sees this video and Sandy, kick me out, fire me. So it happens, right? But the Lord has unlimited storage capacity. He can store any amount of data of all the living entities. This time we went to Mayapur, and in Mayapur I was discussing with Karthikeya Prabhuji. He was sitting right beside me. I was showing him, Prabhuji, so many insects, and so many insects were flying in a concentrated place, actually one place, concentrated together, so many insects. And then I saw so many plants and grasses and so many bushes and trees all around. I thought, while I was sharing with Karthikeya, I was having this genuine thought that so many living entities are here only, in just a small part of of Mayapur. Forget about West Bengal, the district, West Bengal, the state, the country, the whole continent, the whole planet, the whole universe. So many living entities and multiple universes also, innumerable. So many living entities are there. How the Lord is sitting in everyone's heart, everyone, within everyone, and He's tracking everything, every moment. Such a unlimited capacity. So like that it's inconceivable to understand like how the Lord functions. Inconceivable. We cannot do that. It's not in our capacity. How the Lord functions. So with that, what to say? With that thought only, we'll faint. We'll faint and we'll fall in love with the Lord. How my Lord is. How the absolute truth is. Such a, what to say, profound capability. That's why we call it supreme. ऐसे मजाक में नहीं कहते supreme Lord, supreme that, supreme absolute truth. No. Because it is, we can understand from the scriptures scientifically. As a sentimentally कुछ नहीं चल रहा है यहाँ पे. It's all from scriptures. We are discussing from the scriptures, from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and other Upanishads and all. And what is this doing? Anumanta. We discussed about karma. Yes, last time it was karma session, right? Karma in depth. Now you know everything about karma, I guess. So, what is Lord doing? He is acting as Anumanta also. This is another function of the Lord, the Paramatma. Anumanta means sanctioner. Sanctions. Whatever reaction is going to come in life, he sanctions. Or if a person has desire, if a soul has some desire, he sees, okay, does this person has sufficient punya credit or papa credits in his account? Accordingly, I'll sanction his desire. Then he sanctions or doesn't sanction. So sanctioner. Anumanta. He gives permission based on the credits only. As a pocket money. Pocket money. IAS crack ho jayega. Nah. It depends on one's credit, punya and papa credits, karma reactions, karmic reactions. Okay, so like that. So Lord is doing it, and many more things. He's a supreme enjoyer, bhokta, and bharta also. He's feeding everyone, or he's maintaining everyone. Bharta and bhokta, right? So this is Paramatma. When we go to next, now let's go to the next realization, Bhagavan. See how deep all these aspects are. मतलब शुरू में आपको लगा ना क्या परमात्मा ब्रह्मन परमात्मा ठीक है हो गया I understood the absolute truth. No, see such we are going in deep and it's just one session now. It's a full detailed topic and we'll get to know so many verses, so many things from the scriptures and so many realizations also if we are sincere. So this simple topic, this one topic of absolute truth is so much deep. Can you understand? So that's why scriptures are very, very amazing. And this path of spirituality is amazing. Always there is scope to understand even more deeper and deeper and deeper. ऐसा नहीं कि लेवल 2 में सब खत्म हो गया, एब्सोल्यूट ट्रूथ का रियलाइजेशन में we'll have more chance. It's a lifetime project to realize and to attain the Lord. Okay, so Bhagavan realization, let's chant one shloka. Again, Lord Brahma is saying in Brahma Samhita 5.1. Let's chant. Ishwaram Ishwarah Paramah Krishnah Satchit Ananda Vigraha
सच्चित् आनंद विग्रह
Adir Govindah
अनादिरादिर् गोविन्दः
Sarva Karana Karanam.
सर्वकारण कारणम्.
What Lord Brahma is saying, Brahma, not Brahman. Thoda difference उसमें. It's Brahma, Lord Brahma of this universe. He's praying to Govinda, to Krishna, that there are many personalities who possess the qualities of Bhagavan. By the way, let me tell you one thing. There is a definition given by Parashar Muni. You know Parashar Muni, have you heard? He has given a definition of Bhagavan, who is the supreme Lord, the Bhagavan. He says, the supreme Lord is one who possesses 6 opulences in full. Now this word is more very important, full. What are the 6 opulences? Any person. See, you go and search around for any personality. If you find someone who has the 6 opulences, these 6 things in full, to the fullest, unlimited also. We cannot limit also, unlimited. Then he's Bhagavan, he's God. He's a supreme Lord. Now you can check it out around you. Okay. So what are the 6 opulences? It's not there in the slide. Oh, it's there in the slide. Okay. This is a shloka. Let's just see the translation. Okay, let's decide. Aishwaryasya samagrasya
ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य
वीर्यस्य यशः श्रियः
वीर्यस्य यशः
ज्ञान वैराग्ययोश्चैव
ज्ञान वैराग्ययोश्चैव
षण्णां भगम इतिंगणा.
षण्णां भगम् इतिंगणा.
Bhagam means here Bhagavan basically. So in Vishnu Puran this comes. This is a definition of God, from the scriptures. If somebody asks, who is God? What is God? What do you mean by God? You can on his face you can throw this verse or just chant this verse. So Aishwaryasya samagrasya Viryasya yashasya shriyah Jnana vairagya yoshaiva Shannamiti bhagam iti gana. Have you understood? You can ask that person. And he will say, no. Let me explain. Don't worry. Okay, so here this verse explains Bhagavan means a person or a personality who possesses these 6 opulences in full. Now, I was not saying this, is verse was saying, Vishnu Puran is saying. What are the 6 opulences in full? All riches. Riches means all, what to say? Wealth, we can say. Basically, everything belongs to him. Who can say here that everything belongs to me? Everything means everything. Don't say that I have a different definition of everything. No. Everything means everything. Whatever you see, whatever you don't see, everything belongs to me. Who can say? Sitting in this audience, can anyone say? No. But the Lord can say, everything belongs to me. The Lord can say because He is Bhagavan. He says also and Bhagavatam. So He's fully wealthy. Everything belongs to him. He's the supreme provider. And then second one is Aishwarya, that is Aishwarya. Second is all strength. He's all strong. ऐसे नहीं कि भगवान भी ऐसे बोले कि 70 kgs तक I can manage. 70.1 kg I feel. If that person is there who is able to lift the dumbbell and then saying, give me 1 more, increase 10 kgs. And then there were people actually challenging in ICU, increase 20 kg. Don't worry. And then keep the neck, the chest. And there was one person actually was challenging. reply capacity. But Bhagavan will not say like this. He will say, give me more. Give me more. If the all strength belongs to me, or I am all strong. All means all. Unlimited. Unlimitedly strong. Third is all influence. Yashasha, or all famous, they can say. All famous, or all influence. He has influence all over the creation. And then Jnana, all wisdom. He's all knowledgeable, And we discuss now, right? That the Paramatma, the Lord is absolutely present in his Paramatma feature everywhere. And because he's present everywhere, he knows everything. And he's conscious of everything. Because he's present everywhere. So that's why he's all knowledgeable. All knowledgeable. We cannot say, how many say I'm all knowledgeable? I can understand everything. I know everything. How many say? Can you read the mind of a person sitting right next to you? Yes or no? No. And how can we claim ourselves all knowledgeable? No. It's very simple, We can just observe these few simple things and we can conclude that I am not God. According to definition, is not fitting on me on all these 6 aspects. All knowledgeable. What is this? I am not all knowledgeable. And then all beautiful, all beauty. All beautiful. It is mentioned that the Cupid, the Kamadev, Kamadev is mentioned in the scripture that if Kamadev is a personality, there is a demigod called Kamadev, he is always ready to shoot the arrows of lust in a person's heart. If he shoots the arrows of lust, person is gone. After attending the session of FOE also festival in Nigeria, as soon as the person is the FOE point goes out, opposite gender comes in his front, gone. It happens, Very difficult to overcome lust. How many of you say yes, lust is nothing? I'm over lust. How many can say? No, right? Everybody is under the influence of lust. So Kamadev does that job. Kamadev, it's the duty of Kamadev to entangle everybody in this world, keep everybody under the influence of lust, and engage everybody nicely. And everybody is engaged, you can see nicely. You can see on the street, especially in ACS level, too much. On the street, you can see Kamadev is shooting arrows every moment, right? Especially on youths, boys and girls. What to do? But there is a person whom Kamadev also gets, affected. It's mentioned in the scriptures. The Kamadev was ready to shoot the arrows on the Supreme Lord, and as soon as he turned, and the Supreme Lord was not facing towards him. But as soon as Supreme Lord turned, the Lord turned towards him, the Kamadev with the arrow and with the bow in his hand, he fainted. Like this. The Kamadev fainted by the beauty of the Supreme Lord. That's why it's all beautiful. ऐसा नहीं ऐसे ही लिख दिया यहाँ पे. All beautiful. Now it's logical. See, Kamadev can control somebody with lust. It means we are under the influence of Kamadev. But a person is there, or a personality is there whom Kamadev is getting influenced by. Just imagine how beautiful it will be. What is it? This is such a beauty which we are seeing, and just by seeing the skin, and we are getting so much influence. Temporary body, earth, water, fire, everything. If you go out and we see an opposite gender, then earth, water, fire. Not a very big thing. Let me ignore that. It's not easy actually. It's not easy because so much of influence is there. But Kamadev is under the influence of the Supreme Lord. That's why that person is Supreme Lord. That's the truth. And that's why it's Bhagavan. And all renunciation, everything belongs to him. But he's all renounced. Now, who in this world will find like this? Let's say a person is possessing a company, and he says, "I'm all renounced." Is it possible? It's not possible. He'll be too attached to the company. The CEO of the company, or what is the founder of the company, he'll be attached. Everybody is attached to the family so much, our material families, so much that it's very, very, very difficult, to even think about separating. Very, very difficult. Many people. So renunciation, obviously, there are different personalities. No, we are all sitting here. We have all these qualities, We are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. This is also from Bhagavad Gita. I am not speaking now. There's a verse in Shivaya Bhagavad Gita. Forgetting that verse. Where the Lord is saying that all the living entities are my parts and parcels. So that comes from Bhagavad Gita, by the way, I remember that. So, after having everything, everything belongs to him, still is renounced. Who can claim this? After having everything is renounced. All renounced. No? ऐसा नहीं कि थोड़ा तो 1% थोड़ा attachment रख लेते हैं. 99% I'm renounced. No, he's not Bhagwan. 100% renounced. But 100% everything belongs to him 100%. But he's 100% renounced also. How is it possible? Only for Bhagwan it is possible. That's why it's very inconceivable to understand that personality. How is that personality? He knows everything. Everything belongs to him. He's conscious of everyone, everything. Brahman, he's a source of Brahman. He's a source of all the material creations and the spiritual creations. Everyone is his part and parcel. The question, who is that personality? Right? How he will be? This question will come. This eagerness will come. Right? And finally, Arjuna also is asking some questions to Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Let's see. That we'll understand from this question that either the Lord is either person or the energy or what. That was the topic, right? Energy, energetic, right? So Arjuna asks some questions in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yuktaye bhaktas swam paryupasate ye chapi aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Now Arjuna is literally confused in 12th chapter now. Right? And Arjuna is saying to Krishna, Oh Lord, please clear to me. और मुझे क्लियर कर दो. बहुत दुविधा में फंस चुका हूं मैं कि एब्सोल्यूट ट्रूथ इम्पर्सनल ब्राह्मण है, फॉर्मलेस ब्राह्मण, or he's a person. And then obviously that's the essence of this question. But Arjuna is saying that who is more perfect? Those who are always engaged in your devotional service? Because see, we'll discuss actually in one of the next slides, few slides, that devotional service or service comes into picture when there's a person. Otherwise, service cannot happen. There's a person standing in front of me. I can serve that person. Other whom I will serve? I will serve energy. मतलब मैं अभी हवा को serve कर रहा हूँ. I am serving air. Is it possible? You can try out. And is there? You can try out serving air. It's not possible. No? A person should be there to serve. So that's what the Arjuna is asking this question actually indirectly. That, oh Lord, tell me who are you or who the absolute truth is? Is he a person or he is impersonal Brahman? So that I can understand that who is more perfect, the souls who are engaging in the devotional service of that personality, the Bhagwan, or who worship the impersonal Brahman, or who engage into understanding the impersonal Brahman. Who is more perfect? A person, a spiritualist, he's asking about a spiritualist who is engaged in worshipping the personality of Godhead, the person, Bhagwan, or a person, a spiritualist, who is just engaged in understanding about the absolute truth, about the impersonal Brahman. Who is more perfect? Which spiritualist is more perfect? Indirectly, is asking this question also, that who is absolute truth? Is he a person, first of all, or is he an impersonal Brahman? And the next question is, okay, this one, that, okay. In terms of spiritualist, if he is engaged in the service to that absolute truth, in his personal feature, is that spiritualist more perfect? Or a person or a spiritualist who is engaged in understanding the impersonal feature of the absolute truth? That's the essence of the question. You understood the essence of this question? right? It's deep. It's deep. Now Arjuna is asking, now Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Now Krishna is answering. Now the Lord is answering. Let's chant. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam.
Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam.
Nitya Yukta Upasate.
Nityayukta Upasate.
I missed one line. Shraddhaya Parayopata Upetas. I think one more line. There should be 4 lines. I guess. I'll check. Okay. So whatever. So here the Lord is saying, let's see the translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form, Mano Ye Mam, on my personal form, then, and those who are and are always engaged in worshipping me. Nitya Yukta Upasate Upasana. They are worshipping me. Nitya, always. With full focus, with one pointed focus. They are always engaged. Every moment they are engaged in worshipping my personal form. With great and transcendental faith are considered to be more perfect or most perfect. Shraddha means with great faith. Are considered to be most perfect. This verse is I think not complete. I'll check again. So those are considered to be most perfect. Now the Lord is directly answering here, and it's clean water. It's clear now that those who are engaged in personal feature of the Lord, or those spiritualists are more perfect. Now it doesn't mean that the impersonalists or on the path of Brahman realization, they are imperfect, no, or they are not, they are wrong. No, it's not like that. They are also spiritualists, but they have partial understanding, as we saw in the beginning, that impersonal realization of that one absolute truth is impartial understanding. But it's not wrong. You cannot say it's wrong that who are on the path of impersonal Brahman, Nirvisheshvadi, we say, they're impersonalists. It's not that they're wrong, okay, but they have partial understanding of the absolute truth. They have not seen or they have not realized in detail. There are very many details to the absolute truth. Paramatma Bhagavan feature also. So, but here Lord is saying most perfect. They are also perfect, but little less. Because they don't have perfect understanding. Simple, as simple as that. We already saw that in the beginning. So because they don't have perfect understanding, partial understanding, so they are not all fully perfect. But those who have Bhagwan realization, basically personal form is Bhagwan realization. If somebody is having that, he's worshipping me with great faith in my personal form, that Bhagwan realization he's having, then he's the most perfect. That's the highest understanding that spiritualist has. You understood? Bhagavad Gita is saying, no, I'm not saying. And finally, the last topic of today, that this question may come, that why is the path of Brahman, impersonal Brahman, is considered troublesome many times? It's troublesome and difficult. Why? Why do you think it's difficult? But by the way, Lord is saying here, in this shloka 12.5, for those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Supreme, the absolute truth. See, the Lord is feature, impersonal feature. It means there are 3 phases. So Lord is talking about a spiritualist who is only having impersonal understanding of the Supreme. Only one feature he is understanding or he is realizing. Impersonal phase of realization, the absolute truth. He's having that. Advancement is very troublesome for him. Very troublesome. The Bhagavad Gita is saying, Lord is saying. For an impersonalist who is on the path of pursuing impersonalism, for him the advancement is very difficult. Very difficult. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for an impersonalist. Who are on the path of Brahman realization. Why do you think? Okay, well, what is your thoughts on this? Let me see.
Due to the partial knowledge.
Partial knowledge, yeah. Due to the partial knowledge, okay. But how is it difficult? The path, when they are practicing, they are progressing on the impersonalistic path, on the path of Brahman realization. The first aspect of feature of absolute truth.
If the feature of Bhagwan is come, then they can't understand.
Oh, if they don't have full understanding, then they can't understand. It's difficult.
They will be not be aware of the six opulences.
They're not aware of the.
They will be not be able to aware of six opulences that Bhagwan has. So by knowing that six opulence, we will be attracted more towards the Lord. So by attraction, we will be more towards that.
Okay. Because they don't have full understanding that the Bhagwan is that personality who has all these opulences in unlimitedly, full. They don't have that understanding. So it becomes difficult for them to really understand what is absolute soul. Yeah, okay.
Like for the
Some more.
Brahman is all about. Yeah.
You can decide, but don't fight. Okay, maybe you can share. I can share.
like in the train example, the first boy saw that sound and light is coming only. So he can wherever he will see the sound and light, he can say that this is the train.
Ah,
So he will confuse himself.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it is not the train, but he will confuse
Good
because
point.
he is seeing only light and sound. So he can confuse.
You're confused because light and sound can come from bus also.
Yeah. Any,
But that is not
other
a thing. Yeah, that's good. That's a good understanding. That's a good point. Yeah. So it will be difficult to understand the absolute truth in full. You'll be struggling. That's good. Okay. One more point which I would like to hear, but yeah, it's okay. I will tell you. One last point.
Or Brahman is all about knowing, nothing but knowledge and all. So okay, so just addition to that. So we have to go through so many things, so many scriptures, or like so many different things, analyze, and then we have to decide who is actually the absolute.
If you see Brahman, that's a good point. That's a good point. If you see the impersonalists, they'll always be focusing on reading the Shastric study, reading the Shastra. They'll be just fully engaged in reading, understanding Shastra. Then mental speculation. They'll be speculating. Oh, this is absolute truth. I think I've read this. Maybe this is absolute truth. They'll be speculating in their own minds, and that's why it becomes very difficult. And that's a good point. Because see, there are so many scriptures. Even the Vedas say that uh, the scriptures itself say that we should not be confused with the flowery language of the Vedas. The language of the Veda, the verses of the Vedas is compared to flowery language. It means anyone can be very easily, what to say. He cannot get the essence easily out of it. Very difficult to crack or decode the Vedic texts, the four Vedas and the Upanishads and all, because they are indirectly saying what the absolute truth. Now, what will you understand? Right? We may not know, or we may not be sure that if you are actually having correct understanding by reading a shloka from the Vedic texts. And by the way, if you see the Vedic text, the Upanishads also, very indirectly they are speaking about absolute truth. So that's why it is very difficult to come to the conclusion. So they have a tough time. Another thing which, one more obviously, I would like to add to your points. All points are correct. One more aspect, one more angle is, we are always person. See, everybody wants to live life. Why is everybody crossing the road and seeing around that no vehicle is coming? Because they want to protect. They want to live more. They want to protect themselves. They want to live and experience life. So we are always a person actually, and we want to experience things, right? How can we say that we are impersonal Brahman? Impersonal, There's no feature, no qualities, no variety, nothing, no taste, no experience. It's not true. See, everybody wants to have experience. One day I went to book distribution in my initial days when I came to Bangalore, 2021. I still remember that day. So one couple was sitting. I heard a lecture in the morning, like a class, like this Harikshitra Guru. He was telling that whenever a man and woman come together, they forget the Supreme Lord. They forget. They forget the Supreme Lord. They forget about spirituality or get lost about whatever spirituality. Now let's have a good experience among ourselves. So I went and book distribution. I told Bhagavad Gita, would you like to take? I asked the Mataji, the lady. She was not interested. I looked at the boy. At least you can say. So That boy was Pattu. Sorry to. So he was interested, but he was a fattu. Means he was not able to take decision only. Well, he was interested. He was getting interest to take Bhagavad Gita. Actually, I told him that at least you can see what is inside. No? Just look at it. The Bhagavad Gita is open. I've opened the cover. You can see. Open it and just see. At least there's no harm in seeing Bhagavad Gita. Right? You take or don't take, that's your choice. At least see. And he was actually getting interest. But after that, suddenly Mataji was looking at me first of all and angrily, and I was looking at Mataji and I was not turning my face. I was turning my face towards the boy. That okay, he will take. It's okay. It's up to him. But I was trying my best so that he will be convinced. And then finally he looked at the Mataji, that girl. The girl said, "Eat," and they were eating this pani puri. He looked at her, and then this girl said, "Eat pani puri." So everybody, everybody wants to have good relationships, experience things in the relationship, and experience many things. And that day, I actually realized whatever I heard in the class is true. So it's okay. That's a different topic altogether. But basically, everybody wants experience. Everybody wants to live life. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to die, but the nature forces us to die. So everybody wants to experience. We are persons. We are personalities. We are persons. How can we be impersonalists or impersonal? So that's why. And whenever there is a person, there can be the aspect of service. Service comes into picture whenever there is a person. And by the way, what is the topmost service which a living entity can render? It's a service to the Supreme Absolute Truth. Because I'm trying to remember that verse, it's not coming. Okay. So the Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita that everybody is my parts and parcels. Okay. I'll try to remember that. So everybody is the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and everybody is a person. And I was having a discussion with one devotee today. Yesterday. He was asking me this question: how will you refute this argument that Supreme Absolute Truth is impersonal? Then he told, actually, from that discussion, that he told very logical point that everybody sitting here in this hall is a person. Then how can be the source of personality is impersonal? He would also be a person. It's a logical understanding. A simple logic we can crack this particular argument. So the topmost service for the personality, and that is Bhagwan understanding. That the Bhagwan understanding is that the Absolute Truth is a person, and the same person is present everywhere as Paramatma. By the way, in Srimad Bhagavatam, this comes actually that how the Lord expands Himself. Basically, the section of creation comes in second and third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. You can see there are Bhagavatams, Srimad Bhagavatam kept here. Somebody wants to take Bhagavatam, they can take Bhagavatam also. So in the Bhagavatam it comes, Srimad Bhagavatam, second and third cantos, that creation, how creation happens of this material world. There it starts from, first of all, spiritual expansions of the Lord. How the Absolute Truth, the Supreme Lord, expands Himself spiritually. And there were so many expansions, such a chain. And finally, three Vishnus come. The Vishnu Tattva comes. Vishnu comes. So there are three types of Vishnu, by the way. Three categories. It's not only Vishnu. Karanodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Kshirodakshai Vishnu. By the way, the Paramatma which we are talking about, the Paramatma feature of the Absolute Truth, who expanded Himself, that is Kshirodakshai Vishnu. To be more specific here. So there are, we can go more deep and deeper. We will not go in interest of time today. So that's how it is. Kshirodakshai Vishnu, after so many spiritual expansions, Kshirodakshai Vishnu is Paramatma feature of it. And then he actually goes with every living entity, and every living entity gets a body, material body. And from Garbhodakshai Vishnu, from Karanodakshai Vishnu, all the Garbhodakshai Vishnu comes. And then he enters into each and every universe. There are multiple universes, the Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And from Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Brahma is born. In every universe. There are multiple universes, multiple Brahmas. Not only one Brahma. And there are multiple universes. So in every universe, there is Garbhodaksha Vishnu, the seed of that universe. And Brahma is now coming, and then he does the secondary creation. And Lord Vishnu, the Shivodaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he supplies the the raw material. Not sorry, Karandaksha Vishnu supplies the raw materials, the basic elements of material creation, and then Brahma utilizes those material creation. He gets the knowledge from uh, Shivodaksha Vishnu, and then finally creation happens. Secondary creation happens, and there are so many planets created. The bodies which we have right now, and different species of life, 84 lakh species, different bird species, animal species, and all they are created using those elements, basic elements of creation. This is how it is. You see, right, how spiritual expansion is happening. So now the Lord can be present everywhere in Paramatma Vision, Shirodaksha Vishnu. We don't have chart right now, but I would have shown the whole chart, how the expansions happen. It's a different session altogether. So you see the same personality of Godhead, the Supreme Absolute Truth. He's a person, and then as the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma was saying, Ishvara Paramakaya Satchidananda Vigraha, the personality of Godhead, Lord Brahma is saying. So it means he's a person, very clear. And then he only expands himself. See, now if I say expands, it's very in one shot I say expands, right? I said, but there are so many expansions in between also. And then Shirodaksha Vishnu comes, the Paramatma Vision comes. Such a deep thing actually. And then where he exhibits the same Supreme Absolute Truth, he exhibits himself as Paramatma feature only, the same Absolute Truth. And he only exhibits himself as Brahman, the impersonal Brahman, which is eternal. And Paramatma, which knows everything. And Supreme Lord is present as person also in his own abode. And is present here also as Paramatma. Like that. So that's why we understand that the same Absolute Truth is present as in the three features. He's a person actually, but he's also present as Paramatma, he's also present as Brahman. Now we understood. Now I'm not saying this, Bhagavad Gita said this, that I am the source of Brahman, Brahmano hi pratisthaham, 14th chapter, verse number 27. Then what about Paramatma? Hridadeshe Arjuna Tishtari. Ishvara Sarvabhutana. Hridadeshe Arjuna Tishtari. I am sitting as Paramatma in everyone's heart. Now the Lord is saying, the Supreme Absolute Truth, same Supreme Absolute Truth, is present as Paramatma feature and Brahman feature also. You understand? Understood right now? He is a person, but he is having different features also, as Paramatma and Brahman. Impersonal, formless Brahman. Okay. Okay, so whenever a person comes into picture, the service comes into picture. And whenever service comes into picture, the question comes, what is the topmost service? There are so many services, no? But topmost service, I want to know about the topmost service. And that is devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Because we are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord, then we are meant to serve the Supreme Lord. It's like this example comes in the scriptures only, and we'll complete in 4 or 5 minutes more. This example comes in the scriptures that when we give water to the root of a tree or a plant, the whole plant gets nourished. All the different parts or organs of the body of the plant, stem, leaves, fruits, twigs, branches, stems and root, everything is nourished just by putting water on the roots. We need not put water separately on leaves. We discussed, I think, in the previous session also, not separately on the fruits and just, oh, I want to nourish leaves. Leaves are drying. Put water on the leaves. No. Is it correct? Where should we put water? On the root. Automatically, everything will be nourished. Similarly, we are parts. Logically, we are parts and parcels of the Supreme Whole. Naturally, the duty of the parts is to serve the complete whole, whom we belong to. Very logical. Just like the parts of the machine have the duty to serve the machine, complete machine, and the job gets done. Similarly, we are the living entities, the parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord, the Absolute Truth. So we are meant to serve the Supreme Lord. And that's the topmost service. And when that is done, the nourishment happens. Just like the plant, the whole plant gets nourished, the living entities also get nourished. So when we engage ourselves, the messages, when we engage ourselves in the supreme devotional service of the Lord, when we render devotional service to the Lord, loving devotional service, then the Lord gets pleased. And when He gets pleased, we also get nourished. You understand? So like that. That's the message here. So God is a person. He is a source of formless. He is only sitting as Paramatma also. This is the conclusion, and we should perform devotional service unto that personality of God, the Supreme Source. Okay, we'll stop here. Any questions?
So as per Bhagavad Gita,
There's one more mic, I guess. There's another. Everybody should hear it.
Hare Krishna. As per this Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. So you said like Lord is residing in the region of heart, and He is the one giving this forgetfulness, remembrance, and knowledge. Remembrance and knowledge is fine. Why
Why forgetfulness?
Yeah.
Simple karma. See, if we are meant to forget something, then we'll get forgetfulness.
If you remove all of things, will become mad.
Okay, that's it. It's full realization.
The example you said, the exam,
Actually, this is true. I'll come to that.
I mean, like that. Yeah, and I agree with that. But this also, like sometimes we forget the things which we wanted to remember, we forget them. So,
See, yeah, obviously, that is what can we say? Actually, that's karma only. See, nothing happens without karma, without karmic reaction. Everything is, it doesn't, nothing happens by chance. Either we, so everything happens by due to the reaction of our past deeds. Past means in this life also I have done something, some portion of it comes in this life only. Some percentage of the reaction of some activity which we are doing. Like for example, smoking. Now, if I'm doing smoking, I'm harming my current body. Some part of the reaction I will get in this lifetime only, whatever. But and most of the portion of that reaction will come in the next lives. So like that, we don't know why forgetfulness is coming suddenly out of nowhere. And why I don't know why. I think many people have done something that in the exam, during the exam examination, forgetfulness comes. That is out of reaction only. Karmic reaction. It's very clear, very clear. Nothing happens by chance. As a partiality, this partiality, right? This karma session is so amazing that if we ask this question that why he's getting forgetfulness, why I am not getting, or why I am getting forgetfulness, he's not getting, then that's partiality. No? It means the Lord is partial. He's giving forgetfulness of in examination to him, but other person is not. He's remembering everything and he's writing quickly, taking sheets, extra sheets. And people, by the way, look at, observe all those people who take extra sheets. Sir, sheet. पीछे से ऐसा आवाज आता है ना, यहाँ पे एक शीट खत्म नहीं हो रहा है, दूसरे को दूसरा लिया जा रहा है, इतना रिमेम्बरेंस कहाँ से आ रहा है? How come he is remembering so much? So actually, it's out of karma. Otherwise, everything the Lord is the partial, we can say, right? But he's not partial. It's our own karma which is coming. It's our own karma. Very clear answer. Very straightforward, strict, simple answer. It's our karma. Even remembrance also comes due to karma. So Lord sanctions according to our karmic reactions only. He doesn't sanction ऐसा नहीं कि आज मैं इससे मैं नाराज हूँ, इसको आज देता हूँ मैं अच्छे से, उसको पूरा forgetfulness दे दूँगा, ऐसा नहीं है. Lord is always, he's very merciful. He wants to give remembrance of himself to everybody, but we are not desiring of them. Let us desire, he will give remembrance. Let's desire, let's try this. Let's pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, I'm remembering so many people, so many things, and so many personalities in my life. with whom I've patched up, with whom I've broken up. Everybody I'm remembering. But I'm not going to forget them. But I want to remember you also, Lord. You are not coming into my remembrance. Please, oh Lord, please help me. Enough is enough. Please we offer this prayer sincerely that I want to get your remembrance, oh Lord. Lord will help. He will very, that'll be quick. Lord will sanction that desire. Because that's a spiritual desire. By the way, that's not out of karma. See, karma happens on material platform. Are you clear about this after the karma in-depth session? If somebody has not attended, let me make it clear. Karma, the law of karma acts on material domain, matter. Anything spiritual has nothing to do with karma. So that's why everyone sitting here, it doesn't matter actually. What is our past life? What have we done in the past lives? What is our reactions? Um, and what is our background doesn't matter actually. Who is learned, who has cracked IIT, who has not cracked IIT, doesn't matter. Who is working where, who has completed how many degrees, or who is illiterate, doesn't matter actually. The spiritual life is not dependent on karma. Spiritual life is fully independent of karma, because karma is material. It's because I do something material activity, I get the reaction, material reaction. Based on what kind of activity, pious or impious, whatever, bad or good reaction. But it has nothing to do with spirituality. So we can offer this prayer: give me remembrance or not. This is spiritual desire, nothing to do with karma. Give you remembrance. So, by the way, this coming to your point is very interesting point actually. That we will go mad actually if we remember everything. Now let me add to this. Let me add some spices to it. Let me take it on myself. यहाँ पे नहीं तो सब offend हो जाएंगे बोलेंगे इसको सेशन की और पीटू मत मेरे को बोला इसने ऐसा. Okay, let me take myself into the picture and let me suppose that let's say I have died in my previous life. Let's think about previous life and then suppose I don't remember now, but I have died. Fortunately, I don't remember. We'll come to this point. Let's say I have died by falling from a building, 10 floors building. By the way, I am fearful of heights. It may be a truth. So I'm taking my own example. I'm not saying that you have died or something. Get offended. So let's say I have died in my previous life falling from a building. Somehow, I was just walking and then suddenly I fell down. I'm gone. And then rebirth happened, reincarnation. I got another body. Fortunately, human body gets it. If I remember in this life that I have died by falling, clearly if I remember, will I be able to live peacefully? What do you say in this life? No. So the Lord purposefully makes us forget about the previous lives. That's why many people ask this question out of nowhere. I don't remember anything. ये कहाँ से आ रहा है reaction? And they ask this question. Law of karma. But I don't remember. ऐसा मुझे तो नहीं पता भाई इस लाइफ में तो मैंने सब अच्छा किया है. I have not killed anybody. I have not cheated anybody. I have not done gambling. I have not done anything bad. Basically, they will count also. They'll try to remember good things. That I've done this good thing, that good thing. I've helped him with the 10 rupees. whatever. They will count this good thing and they'll say, I have not done anything bad in this life. How come I'm getting a bad reaction? Why am I suffering? This is a person actually, who was asking this. And I was having discussion on this, and then I was making understanding that see, Prabhu. So this is a truth we have to understand. And law of karma acts. So Lord gives us forgetfulness so that we can live peacefully. We can, try to enjoy in this life happily. But so that we don't remember our previous lives. So many things we may have done. So many incidents might have happened. So purposefully, Lord makes us forget so that we can live peacefully. So your point was correct. We'll go mad if we remember everything, especially past lives.
In Mahabharata also, the Karna gets forgetfulness in the most crucial moment.
So all those things. So that's basically on our platform. It's due to karma. Okay. Any other last question? Then we'll move to Aarti. You can prepare. Okay. Any last question? Clear. Clear. They are students actually. Very sharp. Very happy also in class. भगवान realization हो रही है. Very blissful. भगवान realization all blissfulness will come. मतलब all not all blissfulness. Okay. Any other question? Okay, I have tried my best. So obviously this session is not. It's not that we'll have all these realizations just by hearing the session. We may not get some theoretical understanding or some understanding, which may stimulate our intelligence and some experience we may get. But we have to aspire for progressing in spiritual life, and we have to pray to the Lord intensely that, oh Lord, now I'm practicing spirituality by your mercy. So let me utilize this opportunity. See, I have this strict thing actually in my life that the very beginning, at least when I go down in something, then I get this sudden thought actually. Suddenly I get this thought that if I'm doing this activity, either I should leave it or I should do it perfectly. Perfectly means nicely. I should, from my side at least, I should do my best. I should endeavor 100%. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of pursuing spirituality and 10% किया, थोड़ा बहुत किया, फिर छोड़ दिया, फिर चले गए, थोड़ा वहाँ पे जाके पैसा मारा, फिर आ गए. No point actually. So, if a person is actually serious in progress in spiritual life, so we'll always have this thought that let me complete in this lifetime. Let me take it seriously. If I'm coming here, let me take it seriously. Otherwise, what's the point of leaving something half done? There's no point in it. So let's complete it, or either not do it at all. Two options. So let's complete it. Let's take it seriously. Now, obviously, all of you are serious. That's why you're coming. So, very grateful that we have such a nice audience. And when we started this pass distribution and we were going to PGs, we were thinking, whom will Lord send? Let's see. And this is a miracle. So obviously, the Lord will send some sincere souls. We were sure, by the mercy of the superior or all our superiors, they were praying that yes, they had this desire that IY of Panathur should grow, should come into picture, and then some sincere souls may come, and then they should take, they will be taking interest in spiritual life, in Bhagavad Gita, in understanding and implementing Bhagavad Gita in life, and progressing in life, and perfecting in this life. So surely Lord will send, because it's a desire of our superiors. Kartikeya Prabhuji and Kshetra Prabhuji. Surely the Lord will arrange that Srila Prabhupada's mercy is flowing in our lives. So let's take it seriously. Let's be grateful with the gratitude. Let's express our gratitude by being sincere in our endeavor. And let's leave the result to the Lord. But we should be sincere in our endeavor, by taking it seriously, implementing it seriously, sincerely, from our hearts. That's our part. Okay, we'll stop here. So we'll go to the Aarti. I hope everybody is chanting. Huh?
Yes.
But I see no feedbacks here. Everybody's thought, no, mantra meditation. Okay, so yeah, please chant at least 2 rounds every single day. That's the criteria of level 2 also. And already it's 3rd session now. And the time is just passing by. Karthik, we were sharing last time when I met him. Time is just passing by. Suddenly weekend comes. Again it's Saturday. Somehow time is passing and somehow the life will also end like this. So the urgency factor. So it should be there. Whoever is sincere, he will feel urgency. So today I was talking to one devotee also that if you just focus on few mantras when we are doing mantra meditation, then let's not focus on full round as of now. Let me just focus on next 5 mantras. I'm just sharing actually what we were discussing today, and it works. If we are focused on few mantras, like we decide with determination that next 5 mantras I will chant and hear very clearly. I'll try my best to hear every single word of the mantra. It will work because just 5 mantras. So if we tell our mind like this, that just 5 mantras, just 5 mantras, let me hear it, and that's a very profound experience we'll get. When we're able to hear clearly, to the degree we are able to hear clearly the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, to that degree we'll get a very nice experience. And next time we'll get that driving factor. That will be a driving factor. No, I want to hear more. I want to hear more. and that's how the person will become sincere. So let's have short targets. We can have short targets, even in our chanting also. Let me give few mantras. Let me just try to hear 5 mantras, 10 mantras today. Start with 2 mantras. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like the 2 mantras. So 2 mantras, no? And then 3, and then we'll increase, and that experience will also increase. First 1 mantra, then 2 mantras, then maybe 5, 4, 5. We can increase to 10, like that. Somehow we'll reach at 1 round. That's a big thing actually. It's not a. It's a very biggest milestone, very big milestone actually, that we are able to hear 1 round of Krishna mantra out of 2 rounds, at least. So let's have short targets. Let's proceed gradually, step by step, baby steps, and that person will grow very nicely. You know, who takes baby steps with the bigger goal in mind. Baby steps. So let's try to chant like this, with determination, with focus, with that eagerness. You know, short targets. We'll be able to achieve those milestones, and we'll grow and grow and grow. And every day we can ask this question: am I able to chant better today from the previous day? Am I able to hear better? Chant clearly the mantra. I'm able to hear, chant clearly, or I'm able to hear clearly. At least 5 mantras I should be able to hear today also. Yesterday I was able to. Today also. If I'm not able to hear 5 mantras, then I'm degraded. Let me at least be on that same platform or increase. So like that. So we should have that eagerness to increase the quality or that experience of chanting every single day, and that's how we'll grow inspiration. That will become a source of inspiration to progress every single day. And we'll when we take the beats, we'll be enthusiastic. That's the secret of success. Simple, baby steps, and gradual progress. Very much. So we'll go for the arti. So let's actively participate in the arti kirtan, and then we'll have prasad. And the YouTube live. There you can stretch your legs. बुढ़ापे का सहारा.